Welcome to Startupathon, where your dreams of becoming a boss and CEO can come to life with 10% equity in a groundbreaking startup, and all without needing formal qualifications. Imagine a world where your passion and determination are all you need to succeed. At Persist Ventures, we believe that greatness isn't about what you have, but what you can achieve. Your journey to the top starts with a spark of ambition and a relentless drive to make a difference. Guided by Jim O'Neill, founder of the Thiel Fellowship, the same program that empowered visionaries like Vitalik Buterin and Dylan Field, we're here to ignite your potential. These trailblazers didn't wait for opportunities, they created them, and so can you. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter, it's forged through ownership and perseverance. With Persist Ventures, you're not just joining a project, you're stepping into the role of CEO, with the tools, support and resources to turn your vision into reality. Our network will help you build, grow and fundraise, transforming your ideas into impactful successes. Think about the giants of the tech world. Uber wasn't profitable for a decade, but with unyielding persistence and strategic support, they changed the game. This is the power of resilience. And it's exactly what we offer you at Persist Ventures. We help you navigate the challenges, scale your ideas, and turn dreams into reality. Remember, it's not just about having a great idea, it's about the persistence and belief that drive you to make it happen. Together, let's turn ambition into achievement. Welcome to Startupathon, where your path to success begins today.
For that WeMotions app. I just started recording. The idea is there's been this concept of like the 12 tribes or the 144,000 awakened people. Yeah. That's the critical mass that makes it happen. And I think that meme's really strong and people really want to be in that 144,000. And so the idea is we can use that psychological, I'd say, hack and build an app called 144K, which is an invite code only application for all the light worker people with the sort of collective intelligence function where people are resourcing each other or it's connecting people. And if you're inactive for a certain amount of time, you lose your spot. Each person gets 2 invite codes.
We're flying here. We're gonna fly here. So just that and okay, the 144K invitation is you get in and you have to bring your gift. This is a pod within the planetary party. So it is the group of change makers.
That's important. Rather than just having an invite code, you can give an offering. So people that hear about it who don't have a code can submit why they deserve to be in.
Exactly.
And so it's just like we're building the club, which is the awakening club, basically. I think the other...
And we can play numbers because we can play, 12 by 12 is 144.
Yeah.
So we can start building pots of 12, connecting them to 12. We need to cover the world. So let's make sure this is not just like from the global north. We need to cover the 12 sacred, most important sacred sites in the planet. Because the shift is about frequency, energy, coherence. And the critical mass is about taking collective actions.
24.
36,000 divided. Sorry.
Let's play numbers. We can play with 12. We can also play with the power of 8.
Question. Let's just go away from... I want to get right into the development. This is going to go to developers. Mechanism question. Does each person who gets onboarded to the platform get 1 invite code or 2? I think those are the only 2 tenable options to keep it hyper exclusive.
I think 1.
Why 2?
Because you might have 2 people you really care about.
Give it to the one.
Well, you have the right. If you receive an invite code, you have the right to invite someone else.
It solves for the problem of the person who doesn't invite. So it kicks the loss. Now, here's the solution. I think the solution is 2 until there's a critical mass forming, and then it goes down to 1. because eventually it'll go down to 0. No invite codes left. The spots are filled, and then your code is waitlisted code for the people who defect. Okay, so.
Okay, I want to play. Yes, we can play with that. Still, the critical mass is the 1% of humanity, according to different theories.
Yes.
Mahesh Yogi said 1% of humanity. That is 80 million people, or the square root, which is 8,000.
Well, here's the goal of the 144K will be to build the other platform,
exactly.
which is for everyone.
Yes.
We're just to get the initial base using the hack of the exclusivity.
And to be in, you need to have a gift for humanity within the planetary party that is strong enough to become an attractor.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be a magnet. And the key to the critical mass is coherence. The challenge is not to achieve the critical mass. Any YouTuber can get that.
Yeah.
How do we get coherence? That's why we need to have small pots of 12.
Right.
And we can play with numbers and do the math.
Okay.
So we can have the 144K cohesive.
Right. For this development, thinking about just speed, one of my thoughts is let's just ship the 144K app, which has the invites function, and it doesn't have any functionality. We're just building the user base. We'll update the app later, and the app doesn't launch until there's 144,000 people. And so this means we can ship this app very, very quickly. So that's this Startupathon. As a part of this, so this concept, this is around the idea of creating a spiritual awakening for humanity, finding all the people who are dedicated to that future. And there will be a few selections made here. One is just the person who ships this app. You can vibe code this likely with very quickly with any of the new AI tools. What we would be looking for is the best UX, meaning when someone gets inside of the app should look so cool that someone really wants to go invite two of the coolest people they know. And so we'll be reviewing the submissions on that as one basis. The other axis is if any of you watching this are more deeply inclined to think about, if you have a network of 144,000 people, what AI collective intelligence tool would be useful, and that's something you have an expertise in or really care about, or you're just really excited about being a part of this, we will also accept videos just on a personal basis of why you should be one of the co-stewards, co-leaders, co-founders of this project. So there'll be a selection purely based on the tech and UX, and then a selection based on vibes. So this is a very exciting project. Let's save the world. I think that's good for...